Hello, my dear listeners. This is going to be a silver video to silver investors frustrated by lower prices. Okay, so please not consider anything I'm going to say here as a financial advice, and if you find the information relevant, please like the video. I would like to first ask my audience how you consider this silver. Uh, how you like? What do you think this assets you buying it for? I see like three most common possibilities. The first one is insurance policy against the hyperinflation or some sort of the monetary reform initiated by government. The second one is a form of cash or sort of money, like you know, uh, while trying to replace a dollar or euro in exchange, like a medium of exchange. The third thing is commodity. So I will try to explain those three and scenarios where is the role of silver kind of we recognized by the market, and we going to see the higher prices, and you probably going to understand why we're not seeing the higher prices right now, because none of those three scenarios are playing out. So the first one is insurance policy. Insurance policy, like I worked 16 years in the insurance industry, I understand what it is. So it's basically you paying a premium, and in case of the catastrophic event, you collecting the set benefit in the contract. So the event here we're waiting, it's a hyperinflationary collapse or some kind of monetary reform. We can kind of sense the possibility of that, but it's being a possibility in the past 10 years since the financial crisis in 12 15 years, the financial crisis 2008 in the States. So when you pay any premium, you don't know when the event will occur to collect your benefit, and if you want to exit before um, the event from your contract, collect cash values, you're not going to get the full value when, of course, when you collecting the benefit, it's going to be much higher. So you like we have to understand. And in the other thing, that's for the long-term investor. It's going to be just probably one time when the silver is going to be priced higher. There is going to be a window of, where you have to sell it, because it's going, like, if we have hyperinflation and the market decides that's where people will park the what's going to be left from their saving. We expect increasing purchasing power. Again, have to understand this is not guaranteed benefit by the contract. So it depends on the market, and markets are unpredictable. So there is a risk here that even that occurs and some money goes there, maybe the purchasing power is not going to increase that much compared to the time that when you paid for. So the second thing, it's silver. It's a form of money, a medium of exchange. This one, I don't see any short-term interest to institute that from any form of government, because it's going to restrain the governments, regardless, the reserves, gold reserves any government has. I don't think they're going to restrict their ability to create credit right now in the near future, no matter like how fast the currency is collapsing. It's basically, it's only, I see it if the market's going to start forcing on them. But the seems lately like the governments appear more powerful than the markets. In a way, in my personal opinion, I don't see the silver being instituted as a medium of exchange in the near future. It will be just impractical. Um, Maybe only some local levels in the small areas, but not like globally, international, or in the big countries. So the third one is a commodity, and the possibility in this case the silver goes higher. The highest that I talked on my channel before, and many analysts are predicting, it's because the increased production of the solar panel, and also the silver used in the solar panel is increased. So there is a compound effect. There is more silver now used in the solar panel, and there is more solar panel produced. And also, I heard there is someone said that there's less zinc that was produced in the last 12 months. So there is silver is a byproduct of zinc. So there is a less silver came to the market. So basically, it's a supply and demand, and for industrial uses, and still always the monetary demand that remains there. So we're going to see kind of a momentum, whereas the industrial will try to make reserves for their production, anticipating the higher prices, and it will drive prices up. And then you have to, but what the point of the video, you have to understand, in all of those scenarios, if you see the increase of your purchasing power in this, you have a window of opportunity to take it. So you have to basically sell it and trade it for something else if this would be happening. Because if you miss that window of opportunity, that which is I did in 2011, well, I didn't miss it completely, but for the big part, then you're gonna it's gonna basically trade lower, and then you're gonna lose this opportunity. So that's the one point. And the second point of this video that you have to understand, because none of these events is accurate, so we cannot complain that we're paying. For my part, it's a premium we're paying right now for this contract. So if the premium is low, because not because the probability of the event of the hyperinflation is low, but it's how it's perceived in the market, and the silver is manipulated. So basically, I would say, by manipulating this on the monetary side, they are manipulating the cost of premium on a risk. It's not that the a risk of the hyperinflation is low right now. The risk is very high, but because they are manipulating this to become a monetary asset, uh, it's basically it's affecting the premium. I don't know if you understand this part. So that's why the silver is low right now. And if you still believe is to still believe in it, it's a good asset to hold. It. I think my opinion is it's a lower, because it's a low risk. Everything is higher, so high risk right now. So yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe it's like you're gonna feel a little bit better about your silver stack, or if you have any comments on how you perceive the market, please share your opinion in the comments.